Okay, good afternoon. Today again, I'm going to discuss with you what you have submitted for assignment 1 for research question, because that before the last week I have discussed the draft documents, draft submissions for assignment 1. Today, happy news is that there are 52 students submitted that assignment 1. Therefore, we'll take one by one and see whether that you are in good format of this document. Yeah, that out of 52, we'll take one by one, and then after that we can discuss that the activity 2. Yeah, I'll take the first one. Subhashini 2016-002. Economic growth and the stability and efficiency of the financial sector. Okay, good topic. You can do a research and researchable question. And number 2, capital structure and firm performance in the financial sector. Yes, that is also good. The effect of corporate governance on firms' credit ratings. Okay. Impact of inflation and economic growth on unemployment in Sri Lanka. Yes, all are okay, but we'll see the writings. The first one is the perfect one, economic growth and the stability of efficiency of the financial sector. In writing, we'll see the first sentence. It seems to be okay. The overall in text citations, 2 citations, and 1 paragraph. The stability of the financial system can be maintained by improving the financial institutions and markets against external shocks, good governance, decisive monetary and fiscal policies, and the real sector capable of weathering high economic growth. Okay, it has been claimed among them. Yeah, that's okay. Therefore, countries should emphasize the financial efficiencies to lead the enhanced financial stability. Therefore, it is needed to study the relationship between economic growth and stability of efficiency of the financial sector. Yes, writing is not bad. Everything is perfect in text citations, and introduce the topic, and finally conclusion is why it is needed to do this type of research, economic growth and the stability efficiency of the financial sector. Yes, go ahead and do the second assignment, second activity on the same topic. And capital structure and firms' performance in the financial sector. Financial decisions set by management is very important, determine the optimal capital structure. Okay. However, firms have different level of leverage, capital structure, maintain. Yes, and therefore it is needed to study the relationship between capital structure and the firm performance in the financial sector. Good. Subhasini. She understood that they followed that our guidelines. Everything is perfect and the topic is correct. And writing the first paragraph, citation, everything is perfect. Yes, go ahead. Okay, number 2, Hemachandra. Accounting practices in small and medium enterprises in Sri Lanka. Topic is okay, accounting practices in small and medium enterprises in Sri Lanka. The sample is small and medium enterprises to check the accounting practices. Research question is this is actually activity 2. Identify the research question. Identify the research. I don't know why that you have submitted the whole accounting 1 and 2 in one document. Please submit your activity to the activity 2 Dropbox. All activities to the activity 1 Dropbox. Now all are in one Dropbox. And Hemachandra, you have mentioned save the documents as PA1, but in the document itself says that PA2. Please follow that our guidelines, otherwise it will be very difficult to check the document, the contents and everything. I don't know again, but there are a lot of mistakes in guidelines. We'll finalize that the sample of PA1 first, because that in the Dropbox that PA1 and PA2 all mix up with that. W.A. Jayatilaga. Corporate governance and corporate governance and corporate performance of listed companies in Sri Lanka. Corporate governance is considered a significant implication of growth aspect, okay, but you see that writing that the citation is completely wrong. Kumi, Hina Vitigala, Anoma, Fran, Armstrong, all names you have written that all names. But please follow that our guidelines. In text citations, you need only the surname and the year. If there is two authors, you have to write only the last names of 2 authors and the year. But here you see that he has not followed that our guidelines. Corporate social responsibility and its impact on corporate performance in listed companies in Sri Lanka. It's the same one, corporate governance and corporate performance listed companies in Sri Lanka. 1, 2, corporate social responsibility impact of corporate performance. Okay. When writing for the better part of 30 years now, corporate executives have struggled with the issue of the firm's responsibility to its society. Now, the very first sentence, we cannot believe. Again, we cannot believe. How do you know that corporate executives have struggled with the issue of the firm's responsibility to its society? No one believes. Wrong. Need references. Early it was argued some that corporations all financial. Who argued? Who argued? No researcher's name. Then again, Carroll 1999, there's a full stop before that, if you got the idea, this idea, the full stop should be after the close brackets. Again, this one too, Somaratna 2002, again full stop after the 2002. Everything is wrong. Writing wrong, then you have not mentioned correctly, not followed the guidelines. Activity 2, no activity 2 in this document. Do you want to take your one? Please raise your hand. Laxman. Is it PA2 or PA1? You save the document as PA2. Okay, activity 1. But you save the document as activity PA2. PA2 means portfolio activity 2. Therefore, please save the document before submission of the Dropbox. Save the documents with the correct the name. PA1 means that portfolio activity 1. Yeah, that is correct. But this is the portfolio activity 1. But you save as PA2. Why? Okay. Financial statement analysis and investment in listed company Sri Lanka. Financial statement analysis and investment. Financial statement is major communication medium for the stakeholders listed company. Financial statement still remain the most important source of accounting plays significant role within the concept. Perera and Tilikavala 2010. You see that again, full stop should be at the end, not before opening the brackets. The financial ratio can be reflected financial condition of the firm. Again wrong. Again two full stop in this sentence. Usually financial statement. Karunaratne and Rajapaksa. Again no full stop in this sentence. Thus the main objective of this paper is to assess financial statement analysis and investment in listed companies. This is not clear that you have mentioned that importance of the financial statement. Yes, okay. But finally, the objective is to assess the financial statement analysis and investment. It is not clear. Assess the financial statement analysis. Financial statement is now important, everything, yes, perfect. What is your research objective? Research objective is to assess the financial statement analysis and the investment, or investment decision making, or investors decision making, or what you are going to analyze. The financial statement analysis is there. Then financial statement analysis and the investment. Not clear about your research problem. If you see that, if I could see the research problem, there's no research problem still in the PA1. Therefore, please not clear about that. What you are going to do? Financial statement analysis and investment decision making, or investment in listed companies. Not clear. Important and issue of taxation in Sri Lanka. Important and issues of taxation is not a research problem. What is the research problem? What is the research problem? You have to mention that which one is important, and issues in taxation. Not clear about your research problem. The effect of red frame in political party tax players. Therefore, do research in this topic because taxation is very important to develop an economic growth in the country. Therefore, what you are going to check, what you are going to do in this research, not clear, no meaning. Tax is important, then what is the problem? What is the tax? What is the problem in this area? Not clear. Computerized accounting system in Sri Lankan financial institution. Then computerized accounting system play a major role. Then what you are going to do? Not clear. Computerized accounting system in Sri Lanka, yes, that is computerized system is there. Then what you are going to do? You are going to do whether you have to see whether that many small and medium enterprises use that computer account usage of computer accounting system in small and medium sized enterprises in Sri Lanka for their performance. You go and see whether that small and medium sized enterprises use that computerized accounting system, and by using this their performance gradually increase or not, or something like that. That is one part. The computer accounting system in Sri Lanka is not a topic. What is the sample? What, what is the sample and what you are going to do? Not clear. Impact of accounting information for management decision making. There is somewhere accounting decision making, management decision making, accounting information. Usage of accounting information for management decision making. Yes, researchable question. Usage of accounting information for management decision making in private sector organizations in Sri Lanka. Good accounting made available for, yes, okay. Tool of recording, okay. Now again the format problem. Sivanestra and Loganathan, 2006, full stop. Please follow that my guidelines. Again and again I will tell you, not only for this particular student, I tell you, I guide you for all students. Please see whether that is, which one is incorrect in this document. The full stop should be at the end. Full stop should be at the end. If there is no two authors, and should be in between. Therefore, this research, accounting is very important to take decision. No, therefore I do the research topic since today. No, you have to find out the problem. Because of this problem, I do a research to find out whether I do a research topic since today accounting information is very important to take decision making. Not clear. You are going to do a research because you are going to do a research to find out whether that account, the small and medium enterprises or listed companies, for their decision making, they take decision making by using the financial statement or not. That is the problem. That is the problem. Not accounting system is very important, therefore I do this research. No. You want to go to the research and see whether that medium-sized companies use financial statement for their decision making. That is the problem. You have to find out the objective, then research question, then it is clear. Okay. Then third topic is okay, but you have to fine tune. Again, another. Corporate governance and corporate failure. Corporate governance and dominated in policymaking agenda. It has been central issue of Sri Lanka organization management due to introduction of corporate governance rules in 2008. There is no references for this whole sentence. That is your idea or extracted somewhere. It is not your idea, I don't know that exactly. Therefore, you have to mention the references. You need in text citation references. Corporate governance fact determined KPMG 2000. Okay, that's correct. Creation 1985 and Parker et al. Recognize that several. Okay, that's okay. Identify the problem. What is the problem? Thus, identifying the survival likelihood that distressed firms will help to improve the condition of the firms and return the. Okay, corporate governance. Now we need for this paragraph references. Only three references. This is okay, but we need references for first one, second one, last one. Number 2, evaluation of tax policy changes in Sri Lanka. Tax incentives and foreign direct investments in Sri Lanka. First one is okay, you continue with the first one and identify the problem and objective rewrite. The second one is not clear about. Continue with the first one. Okay. Number 6, Samarkand. It is activity 2 or activity 1? Please submit activity 1 to the activity 1 drop box. Please submit activity 2 to the activity 2 drop box. Submit activity 3 to the activity 3 drop box. Clear? And you are always just write, save it and don't submit it. If you want, you check it, otherwise just delete. Please follow our guidelines, otherwise that is very difficult. No? Oh, he or she doesn't know whether it is activity 1 or 2. Effectiveness of tax incentives for business investments in Sri Lanka. Okay, good. Area is good. Research question: how much foreign and direct investment and other investment increase due to given tax incentives? Okay. Amount of foregone revenue due to an given tax incentive. Okay. Various kind of tax incentives have been granted in order to increase the investments in Sri Lanka. Now, how do you know? You contact your finance minister and ask whether that yesterday you gave a call to the finance minister and say that yes, have you given the tax incentives have granted to the increase of investment? Yes, he said yes, yesterday. Hey, how do you know the tax incentives have been granted in order to increase the investments in Sri Lanka? No one knows. Now everyone knows that now the traffic fine has been increased for 2,500 to 25,000. The finance minister's speech. Everyone knows, but you have to refer. But no one knows that tax incentives have been granted. But it is better that you have to write that tax incentives have been granted in order to increase the tax income in Sri Lanka within bracket budget speech 2017. Then everyone knows, you refer the budget speech 2017. There are a lot of tax incentives for agricultural sector or any other sector. Therefore, no one believes. Don't write the sentences on your own. Extract the idea from somewhere. As a result of Budget Proposal 2002 and 3, comprehensive taxation package has been developed. Now, the second sentence is there is no link with the second and first. You have to start with the second sentence and write the second, the one. However, few changes are to be effected on this regulation. Okay. Then don't write that start with also. Also new incentive recognized. It's not English is incorrect, and also that academic, not the academic writing. How do you start that word, the sentence also? Can you start the sentence also? Can you start the sentence and? No, you cannot write. You cannot write. This is English wrong. Therefore, don't write also. Correctly write. New incentives regime has been introduced particular. Okay, now BOI 2014. This is correct. Therefore, now incentives. What is the problem now? Now, always you have mentioned first sentence as well as the first paragraph as well as the second paragraph. Direct investment, tax incentives have been granted, and tax incentives had been to increase in the last two budget proposals. Therefore, it is much indeed to research to identify amount of research occurred due to the tax incentive. What is the problem? Then tax incentives had been granted and increased. Then what is that the problem? Given tax incentive is the problem? No, it is not a problem. It is very good, no. Given the tax incentive, what is the problem? Therefore, I do the research. There's a tax increase is there, therefore I do a research and see whether the tax increase. What is the problem? Problem is not that. Problem is whether the investment has been increased due to granting tax incentives for that particular area. Or for example, agricultural area. There is the tax incentives or any other the grants given to agricultural area, and whether their productivity is increased or whether that their investment is increased, whether that their profit is increased, and that sector is developed. That is the problem. Yes, tax incentives has been granted, therefore that particular area, their productivity or the growth or investments have been increased or not. That is the problem. Therefore, you don't write that, therefore it is much needed to research to identify the amount of investment. Therefore, you have to explain very simply the problem. Very simply the problem. You have to think about the problem. The first part is okay, guidelines is okay, but not come to the point, the problem. Okay? Second one. Quality of the audited financial accounts submitted to the Department of Internal Revenue. Okay. The primary objective of financial reporting is to provide high quality financial reporting. Okay, good. ISAB. Providing high quality financial reporting is important because it will positively influence capital provider. Okay, that is okay. Okay. Aggressively. Revenue recognition result. Okay, vice versa. Okay. Now talk about that. Conservative revenue recognition such a different. Okay. Therefore, it is important to identify the weaknesses of the account submitted by to the IRD and to the qualitative analysis to identify major common mistake, then what is the problem? Very good financial statement we need. Yes, there's a standard. Therefore, everyone should follow this standard and prepare the financial statement. That is very important. Now, what is the problem? What is the problem? Then you have to say, even though the standards are there, small and medium-sized enterprises in Sri Lanka do not prepare their financial statement in accordance with the rules and regulation. And they submit that financial statement to the Internal Revenue Department, very poor standard financial statement. Therefore, it is important to research and see why the small and medium enterprises prepare the poor standard financial statement. That's the problem. Standard is there, they should follow the accounting standards and everything is perfect, but many the small and medium enterprises do not provide the correct financial statement. Then identify the reasons why. That is the research. Then you have to identify the research problem. Okay? Idea is to be improved. Okay. Next one. 16. Vithanage. 60 is Vithanage. Vithanage. 62. 60 is the DG. 70. No 70. Okay. 36. Virakodi. Basel III and its implication on licensed commercial banks in Sri Lanka. In 2015, the financial sector showed the improved performance, reflecting underlying economic performance, which then again formatting change, or otherwise correct. The regulatory and supervisory function related to the banks licensed by Monetary Board is carried out by the Bank Supervision Department, Sri Lanka. Basel III failed to prevent subprime crisis, and accordingly Basel III has carried out important reforms. Then what is the problem? Then all are talking about the Basel III is important. Yes, everyone knows that guidelines is important. Then you have to explain the problem. What is the problem? Then you have to come to the next paragraph and say, even though provide the Basel III guidelines, The many financially licensed commercial bank has not followed their guidelines, central bank report says. Therefore, this research is to find out whether the commercial banks in Sri Lanka followed the guidelines. Then you have not mentioned. You said that Basel 3 is good, Basel 3 is good, Basel 3 is good. Then what is bad? You want to see whether the commercial banks in Sri Lanka followed their guidelines or not. Or by referring the central bank report, says that some of the central bank report somewhere says that the many commercial banks in Sri Lanka not followed the Basel III guidelines from 2013. Therefore, in this research, we want to evaluate the commercial bank's financial performance and to see whether they maintain the proper guidelines. That's the problem. Therefore, just explain that the situation, just explain that advantages of the particular. That is very easy research, very good, relevant, and your area. Everything is perfect, but you have not perfectly target to the research problem. Second one, business collateral and personal commitments in SME lending in Sri Lanka. Small and medium-sized enterprises continue to be central to the economic development in Sri Lanka. Then again, how do you know? No one knows. Small and medium enterprises continue to be central to the economic development in Sri Lanka. No. Who said? Economic development, SMEs continue to be central? No. How do you know? No, then you have to mention here the Pandula first. No. Once you mention the Pandula, then you can continue the sentence and say, after that, the Pandula 2010 emphasized further or something like that, links to that first sentence. Otherwise, that first sentence is isolated, no. Then you said the first sentence and emphasize that extracted from Pandula 2015 and continue with that. Further, the researcher explained or emphasize. Do something like that. Then it is very easy. Otherwise, we cannot understand that there is a link with that first and second. Then you say that something we don't know from where. Then again you said moreover. Moreover means somewhere that you have mentioned, no? Okay. Sri Lankan banks are, then what is the problem? Business, collateral and personal commitment. Then again I don't know what is the problem. Not mentioned the problem. Okay, then third one is not a research topic, this is a question. It is a research question? It's activity 1, no? Activity 1 says that research topics, not questions. Again, fundamentally wrong. How does central banks in Sri Lanka determine the control of their banknote? To know. How does the Lanka Clear Company help the banks in Sri Lanka? It is a question, no? It's not a topic. It's not a topic. The first two topics are okay, therefore follow the guidelines and prepare with first two topics. Okay, any more? Corporate governance and firms' performance in finance companies in Sri Lanka. Okay. Okay, the first paragraph, okay. Therefore, there is a relationship between, hence this study analyzed therefore, there is a relationship between corporate governance and firm. How do you know? Therefore, it is a relationship. Then, hence, this study analyzed the relationship. You know exactly the result, therefore, I want to see that relationship. Therefore, it is very interesting to see whether there is a relationship between corporate governance and firm performance. Therefore, doing this research, attempt is to be made to see whether that there is a relationship with this and that. That's sometimes, if you know the relationship, what is the reason of doing the research and see? This relationship is much important to continue the business or growth of the business, performance of the business. Therefore, you want to see whether, okay. Customer satisfaction in internet banking, service quality in banking industry. Internet banking, whether, yes, okay. Customer satisfaction, okay. It provides opportunity, okay. Therefore, this study evaluating customer satisfaction in internet banking, service quality, okay. It seems to be okay. Corporate social responsibility reporting the listed companies in Sri Lanka. Okay, to be okay. Yeah, go to the activity 2. You are okay, you are online. Do the activity 2 and submit to the relevant Dropbox. Now I will open the activity 2 Dropbox again for this week and you can submit the activity 2. 57 is not here, no? Ah, yes. DB Perera. Perceptual relationship between overtime and output of employees in the public sector in Sri Lanka. Overtime is the amount of time that employees work over the normal working hours. Okay. In this respect, to express the relationship between when combined with uncertainty at work alone the employee health stress. Yeah, the topic is okay, but you have to explain further, justification needed. Topic is okay. The impact of flexible working hours on employee performance, work-life conflict and work pressure in public sector in Sri Lanka. Nowadays, flexible working hours have become an important working place. A lot of organizations offer flexible working hours, it's okay. In contrast, when working okay, working hours. In this research, describe the lesson. Okay, this is okay. You can continue and find out the research problem. 1 and 2 is okay. 24. Chintan. Okay, determine the profitability, determinants of profitability of listed manufacturing companies in Sri Lanka. Firm performance can be measured many ways by applying various methods. Commonly used method for finance profitability ratio. Okay. This study is to explore the determinants of profitability of listed manufacturing companies in Sri Lanka Stock Exchange. Okay. But it is very simple. The profitability of listed companies in Sri Lanka is very fundamental research. Therefore, no, the determinants of profitability is everyone knows. Therefore, you have to add something to determinant of profitability. The determinant of profitability is very simple assignment. It is not a research. It's like the small assignment. You get that financial statement and analyze the financial statement and see that how that the determinants or leverage, capital, expenses or something, very, very simple one. Therefore, add something to your research. It's only one. Kumar, cash flow and the financial performance of selected food and beverage companies. Now again you see that it is not a sentence, it is not a paragraph, sentence by sentence analysis. Don't write this way. Cash flow is the index of this one, okay. Even okay. Therefore, we can conclude that cash flow is the good measure of corporate financial performance. Okay, correct, everyone knows. Hence, I have decided to evaluate the impact of class cost on financial food and beverage. This one is okay, this one is okay, this one is okay. Therefore, I go on to see. What is the problem? This one is okay. Now, Kelaniya University is very good, Jawaharlal University is very good, Columbia University is very good. Therefore, I want to see, go to the Kelaniya University and see whether that is good. No, that's not the problem. Everyone says that this institute is very good, this institute is very good ranking or everyone. But there's a problem of that Columbia University, their failure rate is very high. Then there's a problem. Everyone says their ranking is very high, but their failure rate, the student failure rate is very high. If that particular institute is good, that the student pass rate should be very high, no? But failure rate is very high. Pass rate is very low. Therefore, now there's a problem to see whether that everyone says that particular institute is good, but their pass rate is very low. Then there's a problem. Therefore, you have to create a problem. Now, cash flows, yes, this cash flows is very good. Cash flow, financial performance is very high. Therefore, I want to go and see whether cash flows is very good or perform. No, even though that the cash flows are there, there's no financial performance or something like that. You have to create a problem. You have to find out the problem. Okay. Environmental accounting and profitability of manufacturing companies in Sri Lanka. Again, you have to write the sentence, not sentence by sentence. Please write paragraph. The purpose of this study is to examine influence of cash flows on organizational performance in Sri Lanka. Then again, you have to rewrite the problem. Accounting information as an aid to investment decision on listed companies in Sri Lanka. Very good. Good. Accounting information as an aid to the investment decision on listed company. But the problem is no citations, references. Therefore, we cannot believe your words. How should financial statement users and our equity market understand the reason? No, this is okay. No, this is not a topic. This is a question. This is not a topic. How should financial statement, then this should be a problem. Relationship between financial accounting and corporate governance. Yes, good. Economic growth and stability and efficiency of the financial sector. Okay. Writing also okay. Everything is perfect. Vijayavardhana. Cash borrowings and resource management. No references at all. No references at all. No references at all. No, we cannot check. Property valuation in Sri Lanka market and valuation method. No references. No references. No references. All are wrong. Concentrated ownerships and forms of performance. Relation between business failure and corporate governance. Now all are talking about corporate governance. Now you see that no one think out of box. All are surrounding everywhere corporate governance and form of performance. Corporate social responsibility and forms of performance. Corporate governance and forms of performance. No one knows. There is no any other problems in Sri Lanka. Only the corporate governance and social responsibility is the main problem. Even you don't think about that there's a problem. Therefore, we don't accept that corporate governance and firms performance topic. You have to delete it. For understanding, you can read it that type of topic, but we never accept the topic as corporate social responsibility and firm performance and corporate governance and firm performance. You have to take any other topics. Impact of marketing mix on consumer buying behavior in natural and carbonate soft drink in particular district. This is a marketing research, therefore we don't accept. This is a marketing research. Marketing research, you cannot do the marketing research for finance or accounting degree. You go and select that do a marketing research, marketing degree. Therefore, we cannot accept this marketing research. Impact of training and development of employment performance in selected public sector. Yes, very good topic. Training and development and performance. Impact of VAT on economic development in Sri Lanka. Yes. Therefore, it is important to study the real impact of VAT on the country economic development. Okay. Good topic. And some formatting changes you have to do. Burgers R, strain N, no. And importance of privatization or non-performing government corporation. Importance of privatization of it's not a topic, it is an idea. Then develop a topic. Impact of application of cost accounting practices on financial performance, small and medium. Yes, okay. Cost accounting, whether cost accounting practices apply for the financial performance. Good topic. Again, formatting changes you have to do. Influence of macroeconomic changes on profitability. SMEC in quarter. Develop a framework to measure efficiency of class 4 management SMEC in quarter. Risk factors of funding through non-long-term facilities from money markets in quarter. Factors affect on working capital management in SMEC. Okay, good. Write that first paragraph and submit. Corporate leading and optional credit limit management. Introduction of new technologies on employment is not a problem. What is the problem? Introduction of new technologies for employment in Sri Lankan banking, that is not a problem. Is it? It's like a statement. Impact of new technologies on service standards in banking sector. Yes, that is the topic. Impact on of new technologies on service standards in banking sector. The role of banks in modern money market. Ethical pursuit, tax evasion, application of the effect of accounting standards. But here there is no citations. Okay. Okay, now I went through that few topics what you have submitted. Okay, now we'll take a little break and I'll explain to you after the break the how do you do for the activity 2. And now again, one is that the main weaknesses is you did not follow our formats. That is much important. No, even though that your topic is incorrect, you should follow that formatting guidelines, references, writing one paragraph. You have to write one paragraph. No, otherwise little by little you can improve your topic. Therefore, select a topic, write a paragraph with justification, write a paragraph with justifications, write a paragraph with following guidelines, write a paragraph with relevant references in text citations, and write in correct way. These are very important things. Then other things, fine-tuning the topic can be done later on. You just copy and paste your document. You don't have time to write a paragraph. Then you just copy and paste and say that yes. And save the document in correct way. And submit the document in correct drop box. These are fundamental things. These are fundamental things. Okay. Now I just stop talking with that PA1. I will start with the talking with the portfolio activity 2 after little break. Okay. Okay, now I have gone through that activity 1, not all 52 submissions, but by going through that the sample, I found that there are few mistakes and formatting change, that sometimes that your topics and justification is correct, but need some corrections of the format. You start with that formatting correctly. That is the way of starting your paragraph. That at least that you have to write only one paragraph. Well, you are struggling to write that one paragraph. You see that the difference. Struggling to write that one paragraph. You try to copy and paste somewhere. You don't have any idea. First take the idea and write that one paragraph. Think about that paragraph, whether that is correct or wrong. That is the learning process. Start with one paragraph, 2, 3 sentences, 5 sentences. In correct way, correct citations. Start, think and write. Then you can find. But later on you can improve your topics and other things. But just follow. Okay. Now activity 1 is now over. Now the activity 2. Activity 2 is research question. I have discussed few research questions the last week, before the last week, but it is very simple. Once you finalize your topic, that why you do this research, that is the research question. Why you do this research? For relationship type question, the topic, for example, now I take the example of the relationship between financial practices and the efficiency of financial institutions. Financial practices, efficiency of financial institutions. Then research question should be very simple. Convert that topic into a question. Now you are going to check the financial practices and the efficiency of financial institutions, banks in Sri Lanka. Then convert into question whether there is a relationship between financial practices and efficiency in commercial banks in Sri Lanka. Very simple. Whether there is, that is the question. You can say that yes, the financial practices is very high, the performance is very high. You emphasize, you assume that there is a positive relationship. If financial practices goes high level, then definitely performance goes high level, or this low level, and that is also low level. But your question is whether there is a relationship between that and this and that. Very simple. Then research question and justification. You have to write why you say, why you should do this research, because if there is a relationship, why you check. For justification, for research question justification, by going through the research literature, you can find the problem. But many researchers, they have done this type of research in other countries, and they found that these are the results of their findings, and these are the developed and developing countries. Therefore, we want to do this research in Sri Lanka and see whether that this will happen in Sri Lanka, in Sri Lankan context. Or otherwise, you can justify your problem by stating some reports in Sri Lanka. The budget report says nowadays telephone charges, telephone expenses were decreased due to increase of data, using the data packages. This is saying that in the on the budget speech. The many people do not use the telephone. They use data packages for telephone calls by using WhatsApp and other the softwares. Now there's a saying that then there's a problem. Then you want to see that that problem is correct or wrong. Likewise, that you have to take that auditor's report, parliament report, and say that there's a problem in this particular area. And now nowadays currently discuss about the corporate government organization, 250 government organizations going on losses. Everywhere says that there is a problem. But your problem is only corporate governance and form of performance, corporate social responsibility and forms of performance. That is the only problem in Sri Lanka. And tax problem, lot of problems indicated by the finance minister in the budget speech. They expected to collect that VAT revenue expenses by increasing 15% or something. They are talking about that lot of problems collecting the VAT. Then you go to the practice and see whether that it is correct. Whether that the clients submitting their VAT returns correctly, and the Internal Revenue Department introduced the new system, e-submitting system, to the VAT and income tax purposes. Why? They have explained that reasons. Then after introducing that such system, their tax revenue is increase or decrease. That you want to see. You could see the past revenue collected by the counter, cash in hand, and after introducing this e-system, whether that their revenue has been increased or not. These are the current problems, but in our field. Okay. Likewise, that you have to justify your problem by indicating some reports, some literature. Say that, therefore, I do this research to find out the solution. whether it will happen, whether it would happen. These are the justification. Okay, then that would be the activity 2. And also I asked the activity 2, this third part, identify, find out at least one research article relates to your topic. At least one research article relates to your topic and provide the references list. You have to cut and paste the references list to here. That is the activity 2. That is the activity 2. Then why I asked this type of the references list? Because you always say that literature is not available. Literature is not available, therefore I cannot do the research. Then you find one research article and the reference list is available, lot of references. Then after that, the second round, you go to that particular list of references and find out whether article is available somewhere and download it. That is the way of finding literature of the particular your topic area. And this is just write something, evaluate the quality of these resources, suggest why it represents good research. The quality based on the literature. Now, the validity, sometimes that if you extract that your literature from the newspaper and the research article is better than the newspaper. Quality, good, more validity than the newspaper. Daily news says something, research paper says something, research paper is better than the daily newspaper. And again, that the research paper, there is a research articles, research journal articles, the impact number. If that impact factor is very high journal, your research article, the validation or the good, it would be quality is more than that normal article. Therefore, you have to write this research extracted from this journal, impact factor is very high, therefore this my literature is quality or something like. Okay, this is just to evaluate your one. Okay, I go down again to the activity 3, because now you have to do little bit late now. You have to do the literature activity 3 and 4. Then what is literature review? What makes good literature review is the theory. And write 300 words of literature review on your selected topic. Now you have already written the introduction part. Don't worry that it include the literature. Include that part into the literature review and find out some literature relates to your topic and write here 300 words, only 300 words, 1 page or half a page. And number 4, because I just explained today up to number 5, then you can continue your work, and next time once you submit up to activity 5, one by one I can take and explain to you, because now all 5 drop boxes are open now. Don't submit that all activities into one drop box. Activity 1 only cut and paste in your document. Activity only 1, save it and submit to the activity 1 Dropbox. That is already submitted now. Then activity 2, from these formats, cut your part and submit, save it and submit to the activity 2 Dropbox. Likewise, that activity 3, 4, 5. Once you finish, you submit it separately. And activity 4 is evidence. Define what continues evidence for purpose of research. The evidence, there are 2 types of evidence: primary evidence and secondary evidence. Primary evidence means that you extracted directly. Secondary evidence are available. You got that evidences and do your research. Correct example for secondary evidence is financial statements. You don't want to create financial statement. Financial statements are available in the internet, or you can collect everywhere. Then these are the secondary evidence for your research. The primary evidence means you prepare the questionnaire, you go to the respondents and collect that information. Or otherwise you go and observe, you go and interview. These are called the primary evidence and secondary evidence. And then imagine you are researching one of the research discussed in activity 2 and explain here how do you collect evidence from primary evidence or secondary evidence, or combining that both, first and second. Primary evidence or secondary evidence, or combining both primary and the secondary. It's very simple. For example, now you are going to see usage of accounting practices in small financial institutes, small and medium enterprises in Sri Lanka. Usage of accounting standards of small and medium-sized enterprises in Sri Lanka. Then definitely you have to get that financial statement, secondary evidence. And also if you want to discuss with that small and medium enterprises, you have to prepare one set of questionnaire and ask, that is primary evidence. Then primary evidence as well as secondary evidence, you collect both evidence and do a research. Therefore, if you take that usage of accounting practices in small and medium-sized enterprises in Sri Lanka, you write here, I hope to use primary evidence as well as the secondary evidence, and explain it. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is reviewing method and methodologies. You have to select one research paper related to your topic. The task in this set you must done as any research paper available in the library website. You can select any research paper, but take that very simple one, very simple to understand, because that is the option is freely available. Any research article you can select. Therefore, take very simple, if you can read and download and read the paper in detail and complete the following questions from that particular paper. One question is, write a short paragraph summarizing what you see in this paper. short paragraph you have to write here, what you see in this paper. Second, describe the way in which the authors have structured this paper. What is the logic behind their approach? What is the question? What is the logic? Everything. And write a short paragraph of methodological approach. And how do they operationalize the variables? And what are the sources of their data? And outline the alternative methodology. The methodology part means what do you call what is the sample? How do you select the sample? In this paper, this particular paper, not your paper, that particular paper, what is the sample? What are the variables they check? We will discuss later on the dependent variables and independent variables, but you just see what type of variables available in that particular paper and what source of data, secondary data or primary data. These are the summarizing this. By reading this one research article, you could understand. Okay. Then again I just remind you, now still you are in the activity 2. Once you finish the activity 1, go to the activity 2 and finalize your research question and references list. And activity 3, write some literature review 300 words on your topic. Activity 4, the evidences, select the evidences and what type of evidences you need for your research. And finally, select one research paper and answer this question. Now you have a lot of work now. Lot of work. But still, some are still struggling to find out the research topic. Again and again I tell you, you can finalize your topic, don't worry. Read it, read and select one area. Don't give up. Select one area and don't give up one area and jump to the other. Then again you may be in trouble. Therefore, select one, go ahead. If I say go ahead, yes, you go ahead. If I say improve it, yes, improve it. Again, read that particular articles. You download that article. If you download 10-15 articles in your area, don't worry, you can finalize your justification. Because 15 articles, you have to write only one paragraph. By reading the 15 article, by downloading the 15 article, I don't think that why you can't write at least 2-3 sentences by getting the idea. You are a master level student. By reading that 15 summaries or abstract in one area, 15 abstract in one area, download and read it. 15 abstract in one area, not different area. One area, then you will get that one idea. You don't want to discuss with your lecturers. You don't want to discuss with your friends. 15 ideas come to an end with 300 words. Very simple. Because now I know that your problem is you don't have time to download article. Sometimes you may not find that articles. You may say that yes, I don't have time, but don't worry. But in the physically, if you are in the university, you can easily download freely available all articles. But unluckily, that it is not available now, still currently not available in the university. but definitely we will provide you the facility as soon as possible in the outside. But normally in Google search there are a lot of articles are available. Google Scholar, lot of articles. Even in our e-library, some parts of e-library is available. Therefore, download 15 articles. I don't think, I didn't see that you have downloaded 15 articles. Some articles still referring only Sri Lankan articles, Sri Lankan researchers article. 2-3 references by reading their researcher's name, I understand that you read only Sri Lankan articles. 15 articles, summarize, read it carefully. Within 1 hour or 2 hours, you start writing and you could finish it. I know that. That's a way of improving. And again, you follow your guidelines. Again, you think, if you write, you just again read it and see whether that you have followed our guidelines. References are correct. Full stop is correct. Brackets are correct. In-text citation writing way is correct. And get the idea correctly at the end. Definitely you could do. You write it at least one paragraph, then after that you improve. Definitely you improve. Second time, don't worry that you can jump to the other activities. Okay. Now, is there any questions, online students? Please let me know if there's any problems. And here one asks, Vithanage, please check number 27. Okay, we'll see number 27. Vithanage number 28. 28 and 26. Yes, okay. '27 and 28. 27. Impact of fixed rate investment and GDP growth in Sri Lanka. Very good topic. You can do a research. Continue. And your okay. Okay, your writing is okay. You can continue. In-text citations are okay. Therefore, you continue. Second one, impact of accounting information for management decision making in Sri Lankan companies. But again, your citation is wrong. You see that all, what is this? The role of accounting in the business, boundless accounting, all details. You have not followed our guidelines. Okay, other part is correct. You continue. Number 28, Vithanage. Factors affecting the leverage of manufacturing companies listed in the Colombic Stack. Factors affecting the leverage. Okay, the term leverage is used in represent, okay. In idea, then it is important finance manager to understand that. Okay, good. You can continue the same topic. Impact of working capital management and market value of the firm. Okay. impact of the significant error is issues in corporate governance of listed companies. Okay, your topics are okay. Select that best one or two and continue. Now I know that definitely 1, 2 and 1, those who have not finished that number 1, now you have an idea. Therefore, please redo number 1, number 2, number 3, number 5, all. If you want to rewrite the number 1 and 2, yes, write number 1 and 2 combining and submit to the number 2 drop box. Then you could see, by seeing the number 2, we go up and see whether the number 1 is correct. Okay, if you feel that you want to improve the number 1, yes, write number 1 again, then number 2 finish and submit to the drop box number 2 as number 2. Then go up and we could see number 1 and 2 both. Okay, any questions? Online participants? No? I think that you improved little now. Please write carefully and please follow our guidelines. Again and again, I don't want to tell, but we'll see the next week whether you follow my guideline. Now all Dropbox are available. All Dropbox up to number 5 is available. Therefore, once you finish number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separately submit it. We'll start discussing all activities next week. Next week is next Sunday. But remind you, after the next Sunday, the second week of December, December 10th, 10th of December, we have a separate workshop, e-workshop, electronic workshop. You don't want to come to the university. With participation of the Australian professor and some experts in the field, we organize a workshop by taking your proposals. Therefore, please submit your all the activities up to number 5. We take one by one and give our comments. Not only my comments, then you can get the comments from the other professors as well as that foreign professor. It's very good. You can improve your area. Therefore, please submit your activity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 5 as much as possible. Activity 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2. Then we will take one by one and give our comments, not only my comments, that you can get the comments from the others. That is very much helpful to improve your research idea. Okay, that definitely we fixed the date 10th of December. Time will be notified later, maybe in 11 after 12. We'll discuss your proposal. Okay, thank you very much. I will come again next Sunday and discuss with you further the electronic workshop. Thank you very much. Thank you.